The fifth Grand Prix of the 2016 S1GP Supermoto World Championship returns to Melk, Austria, where four-time world champion Thomas Chareyre holds a 14-point advantage over last year's S2 European champion Marc-Reiner Schmidt. Both riders have finished outside the top three just once this season, the difference being Chareyre's win rate. The Frenchman has 6 race wins to Schmidt's 2. Last time out in Poland, though, it was the German who stood on the top step of the podium for the first time. Can he do it again today? A long start straight here leads into a double apex right that makes up turns 1 and 2. With turn 3 turning sharp left at the end of the straight as the riders enter the off-road section through the right-handed turn 4. Small camelback jump leads into this right turn, a split section this time, and then as quick as that we're out, back onto the tarmacs through the little kink and then back out down the straight. Hard on the brakes at the end of it all, through this long sweeping 180 left and then into this tight right. Might be 1 or 2 passing opportunities through there. Into the opposite direction, another 180, short straight, and again another area here where riders can pass, but then it tightens up. It goes left and right. The level of the ground changes, they go through that little kink as well. Then through this long sweeping right-hander, up onto the fat part of the tyre, and then as the road goes off to the right, the riders head up onto the bank here. Off-road once more through this sweeping right, throttle control absolutely imperative. Back onto the tarmac, down the start-finish straight. That's a lap here of Melk. After 3 rounds of S2, Pavel Kejmar held a 16-point advantage over fellow Czech rider Milan Sitniatsky, but after race 1 earlier today, that gap was cut back to 14. Diego Monticelli took the win from Giovanni Bussei, with Sitniatsky 3rd. Points leader Voracek could only manage 4th. Lights out then for race 2. Looks like a good jump for the 68 of Diego Monticelli, on board here with Johan Lados. In what, 4th, 5th place, somewhere around that behind Sitniatsky. But up front you can see Monticelli leading the way. Bussei right down the inside in that tight left, passing Sitniatsky to get himself into 2nd. So Bussei not hanging around in the early stages of race 2. There's Monticelli, Bussei, Sitniatsky, Voracek and Roman Kejmar's there, 96, he's in 5th place. Into the tight right. On board here with Lados. He's in 6th, chasing Kejmar's ahead of him. Oh, bike's gone. Mate, I thought he made a mistake coming out of that turn. Got a bit of a wobble on and he's pulled up. So hopefully nothing too major, but back on board here. Running wide with Lados. Will he lose? Yeah, he does. He loses 1 position at least through there. Battle for the lead though. Monticelli and Bussei fighting over 1st and 2nd place. Bussei looking to make a move down the inside like he did at the end of the 1st lap, and he does it to Monticelli this time around and takes the lead. So Bussei absolutely flying here, and I tell you what, Sitniatsky there, 121 in 3rd place. He's right on the rear wheels of Monticelli on the 68 bike in the middle, and Bussei, a 3-way battle here for the lead now. It could not be any tighter. Lap 5. These 3 streaking away from Pavel Kejmar, and Bussei just hanging the left wrist there, just coming back from a wrist injury. Don't forget Bussei, so I wonder if he's feeling the effects of that. He was 2nd in race 1. He leads here race 2. Monticelli was the winner in race 1, so this is the battle for the overall between the top 2 riders here, of course, in the event of a tie. And Monticelli looking to make it a double win here. He's down the inside of Bussei. Bussei not giving an inch here, leaning on the Italian. The Italian bursts through, but he won't have the right line going into the left corner. And Bussei holds on as they go off-road here. Great racing here in the S2 class. Voracek in yellow getting closer. He's the points leader. His closest rival just ahead of him, Milan Sitniatsky in third. And Sitniatsky got the better of Voracek in race 1, so Voracek can't afford to lose too many points to his fellow Czech rider. Bussei, Monticelli, Sitniatsky, Voracek. They're the top 4 as we near the halfway point in race 2. And Bussei again gets nudged wide. This time Monticelli does go through, but does he run wide? I think he does. Bussei might just get this one back, you know. Hard on the brakes into the left-hander. And Bussei, he definitely wants this race win. He's already got a race win earlier on this year. Hasn't taken an overall though. And he's being pushed hard all the way. Voracek looking menacing as well. Probably feels he can't win the race, but at least he can win the battle between himself and his fellow Czech rider. Back up here, Bussei, Monticelli, still pushing for the win in yellow. And it looks like he may have just gone through there as we cut to the onboard action here on board with Johan Lados behind Marcus Larcher. These two fighting over 5th place. And actually, I think the leaders are just ahead of him. We've got pretty much all 6 riders on the home straight here as Bussei still tries to make a break for it. Monticelli now pushed down to 3rd. Sitniatsky up to 2nd. Voracek in yellow there. He's in 4th. So what frantic action. 3 to go. Bussei still leading the way though. Down the home straight. Once more. And again, Bussei just hanging that left wrist off the side of the bike. Monticelli finding his way past Sitniatsky there. Gets himself back into 2nd. Is there a sting in the tail here in the final couple of laps for Giovanni Bussei, who's led pretty much from lap 2. Sitniatsky right there as well, so any one of these 3 guys could win this 2nd race here, and that will certainly throw a cat amongst the pigeons in terms of the overall. Backing it in nicely into that right-hander, the tight twisty part of the racetrack, and you can see Bussei riding defensive. Monticelli still looking for a way through. Look how tight Bussei is going up into that left-hander as they flip-flop left then right. Final lap. Is Bussei just going to hang on here? Sitniatsky in the background, and well, the flag's gone out here. Bussei's going to win it, and Voracek found his way past Sitniatsky on the final lap there, so I wonder whether Sitniatsky ran wide in the off-road section, but it's a win for Bussei. Monticelli 2nd, and that means that Bussei will take the overall from Monticelli, and Voracek gets the better of Sitniatsky in race 2. He goes to the podium in 3rd, so their gap is going to be as it was at the start of the weekend, back to 16 points. But for Giovanni Bussei, stands on the top step of the podium here at Melk in Austria. But Voracek continues to lead the championship with a round to go.
It was a good pleasure to be here today because after 2 months difficult for my broken twist, so it was not easy. And also the race was difficult because I had my arm always paining, but in any case I'm very happy. Thanks everybody for helping me, and it was circuit really nice, really fun.
Quick look at the championship standings then, and The gap as it was, 16 points between Voracek and Sitniatsky, with Bussei third, Lados fourth, and Kajvers in fifth. I had a good start to the season. I got 2 victories at Jerez and then llbacher. But in Busca, I had some problems. Crashed in the first race, but in the end it was okay, because I still won the GP. In Poland, well, that started well as well. I won the first race, but then crashed in the second one. When I restarted, I didn't feel so good. I didn't have a good feeling. So coming here, I have only a 14-point advantage, despite having won 6 races out of 8. So let's do our best this weekend to be a little bit more relaxed when we arrive in Castelletto for the final round. All the technical innovations that we use with Thomas during the season, we offer on our new road bike. The bike that we will sell in 2017 has the same frame size, the same forks, and everything else that we tested last year on a track. And we've passed that onto our road bike with the same settings and the same measures.
Riportato pari pari per la moto stradale con gli stessi settaggi e le stesse misure.
For the S2 European Championship, we've got Diego Monticelli and Johan Lados. Diego raced well in Busca, but unfortunately he crashed in llbacher, and then he missed a race, and that prevented him from competing for the title this year. But we'll try to work as much as we can with the team and compete for the title next year. Well, this year we're satisfied with our results because there's a battle going on at home with 2 riders on the same bike. One is our factory rider, Thomas Chareyre, and the other is Marc-Reiner Schmidt. And Marc is running with Team Degasoline on a TM factory bike, so may the best man win.
Diciamo che vinca il migliore, insomma.
After missing both free practice sessions on Saturday due to sickness, Thomas Chareyre pulled himself out of bed to top the time and Super Chrono sessions. Marc-Reiner Schmidt and Lukas llbacher join him on the front row. Pavel Kejmar heads up row 2, and the Austrians Andreas Buschberger and Manuel Sterer line up alongside him. Start of the race here for S1 Race 1, and a good start for Thomas Chareyre on the right-hand side as we go on board here with Andreas Buschberger 4th, 5th as Kejmar sweeps across him going into that first turn. And it was Chareyre from Schmidt and llbacher. They top 3, Kejmar 4th, Buschberger is in 5th place. As they head through the off-road part and down onto the tarmac once again. A little bit further back, there is David Gimenez. He's in 7th place as we go back on board with Andreas Buschberger in 5th. Great start for the Austrian, but it's Chareyre who leads, Reiner Schmidt, llbacher. And I tell you what, Kejmar was very close down the inside there, looking to claim 3rd. Riders just sorting themselves out on the opening lap here. But back with the leaders, and it's Chareyre still leading from Marc-Reiner Schmidt. These two 1st and 2nd in the championship, remember. There's llbacher. He goes through in 3rd place. Kejmar under pressure from Buschberger, the 77. The second rider in shot, they disappear. Out of sight there. Here's Chareyre. Buschberger and the rest of the riders streaking through. That was Bernard Hitzenberger having a look down the inside. But back with Chareyre, Reiner Schmidt, llbacher, Kejmar and Buschberger one more time on board here with our leader, Thomas Chareyre. Just listen to the throttle control from the factory TM rider. Easy on the gas. See if we keep it here. Just rolling the throttle, just using the inertia from the engine as he gets there. Doesn't want to spin up unnecessarily. That line just about the width of a tyre. Back down the start straight for Thomas Chareyre though. Got a gap between himself and Reiner Schmidt. llbacher third, Kejmar fourth, Buschberger fifth. Then a gap back here to Hitzenberger and Gimenez. And Hitzenberger just holding that inside. Gimenez having a look through. No such dramas for the two leaders, and they're all pretty much about the same distance apart now, the top four. There is Buschberger. Back with Chareyre. Making it look so easy. Out of the 8 races this year so far, he's won 6 of them. Only finished outside the top 3 on one occasion. That was a 4th. So too has, that was a little bit tight between our two riders there. Hitzenberger and Manuel Sterer. 2 Austrians battling away there. And continuing to do so. Over 7th place. Hitzenberger just holding on, but the back end just steps out on him there as he gets on the gas. So tyres are starting to fade. There's Kejmar out on his own in 4th place. Battle for 2nd though. There's Reiner Schmidt and llbacher all over the back of him. Which way is this one going to go? Because obviously from Chareyre's point of view, he would love llbacher to find his way past the 41. That will give him another couple of points in terms of the championship chase. But llbacher not quite close enough at the moment to find the pass that's needed to get him into 2nd position. Trying though, isn't he? Lukas llbacher riding at home. There's Kejmar. Oh, llbacher has got good drive, but he has to park it down the inside hard on the brakes, otherwise he would have ran wide there. Reiner Schmidt doing all he can to stay in 2nd place. Sorin Trastaru trying to pass Marius Litre on the 115 and Gabriele Gianola. These 3 fighting over 12th place at the moment, so a little bit further down the order. The number 5 there, Gianola, under attack from Marius Litre. Litre in the middle there on the 115. There's Buschberger out on his own in 5th place. And on board with the Austrian here. Looks like he's doing everything right. Into the off-road section. No such dramas for him. Oh, and a stop-go for Marius Litre. So obviously jumping the start. That's all we can think of at the moment. So he rejoins the race in front of Chareyre. So about to be lapped by the race and championship leader. But look at Marc-Reiner Schmidt, 41 on that blue TM. Still coming under pressure from llbacher in that 3rd place. Oh, I thought he was going to make a lunge down the inside there, but thought better of it. Running out of options here. llbacher just over a lap to go. Still not able to find a way through. Marc-Reiner Schmidt knows he can't afford to lose any more points to Thomas Chareyre. 16 at the start of the race, it'll be 17. The difference between first and 2nd. 25 for a win, 22 for 2nd. So Thomas Chareyre will extend his lead to 17 if he keeps it on 2 wheels here in the next half lap or so. Chareyre moves past number 5 of Genola. Flag getting ready for Thomas Chareyre, and it's win number 7 in the season for Thomas Chareyre. And in the background, Reiner Schmidt does just hold on from llbacher, who comes home in 3rd. Official confirmation then for S1 Race 1. Thomas Chareyre wins it from Marc-Reiner Schmidt. llbacher 3rd, Kejmar 4th. Buschberger, great ride for him to come home in 5th.
This year I have the new Husqvarna 2016 model. The bike is 5-6 kilos lighter than the old one. The only problem was to set up the bike with all the parts from last year, like the Cobra brakes, like the triple clamps, like the swing arm, like the suspension. And so over the season I make some good results. Also the speed was really good. But the problem was some mistakes, with crash. And so in the results it was not the best. We do something on the engine. I have now Thomasin on my side. I tried the first time the new engine with some electronic development, and the bike's getting better and better. And so the last 2 races I hope that I can reach the first place on the podium. I'm 29 points behind Thomas Chareyre and 15 points behind Marc-Reiner Schmidt. And so the championship is still open for me. This GP in Melk in Austria is special because everybody comes and help me, and it's really important to make a good results here for all the fans, for all the people, for all the Austria Supermoto sport.
Lights out for race 2. And Thomas Chareyre didn't get the start that he wanted. This time it's Marc-Reiner Schmidt down the inside. Chareyre there in 2nd. llbacher, well, thought about having a look down the inside, had to pull out of the challenge there. So Thomas Chareyre here on board with him as he chases Marc-Reiner Schmidt through the left-right into the off-road part. llbacher right there in 3rd. Kejmar once again in 4th. Gimenez in 5th place. And then it looked like Buschberger in 6th as they worked their way through. On board here with Andreas Buschberger. He's in 6th behind Gimenez as they start to fan out on this opening lap. Back on board with Chareyre in 2nd place, just waiting for an opportunity to find his way past Reiner Schmidt. Reiner Schmidt was for a slight mistake there. Just looked like he caught the curb, and Thomas Chareyre looking for a way through here. Well, if he's close enough, he might just out-drag him down the start-finish straight. Well, he's certainly within range, and Thomas Chareyre pulls out and goes from 2nd to 1st on lap 2. Doesn't run wide, so he's able to keep that lead, dropping into the off-road section. But the first 3 locked up together here in the early stages of race 2. Chareyre, Reiner Schmidt, llbacher in white, just behind them. Back on board here with Buschberger, and he spins out. So Buschberger falling from 5th place. So throws it away. He'll pick himself up probably inside the top 10, so he's got it all to do again as the rider who finished 5th in race 1. Thomas Chareyre ahead of his rival. Good points for the championship. Still a long way to go in this 2nd race though. And again, llbacher. Well, it took him almost the entire race to find his way past Reiner Schmidt in moto number 1. Oh, we've had a faller. That was Gattinger. So Gattinger picking himself up after falling from 9th. Back with the battle for 2nd though, Reiner Schmidt and llbacher. It's almost deja vu. Kejmar's not too far away, 71. He's in 4th place. And there he is, in orange, giving chase to Lukas llbacher. Thomas Chareyre making a break for it at the head of the field, but he's been so smooth. And again, you can just hear it from the throttle control on that factory TM. Back down here with Ginola. Ginola passing Marius Lita there on the entry to the off-road section. So again, these guys duking it out for 12th place. Trastaru just behind them as well. And into this turn, so having a ride defensive there, Ginola. Still, Lita not giving up. He had to stop going the first race, remember? Oh, what have we got going on here? Bernhard Hitzenberger, he's in 7th. Buschberger, the 77, he's in 8th place. So the two Austrians doing battle out there in front of the home fans. And looking to make a move down the inside. Bit of a love tap, not quite. So picking himself up, Andris Buschberger. Just getting right back to it. But Hitzenberger being very stubborn at the moment. Oh, Jose Luis Hernandez. He picks himself up after falling from 10th, so spinning out in the off-road section. Gets himself back going again, though. Just off the back of this group. Thomas Chareyre. Masterful at the moment here at Melk. Opening up a comfortable margin now over Marc-Reiner Schmidt. Schmidt in 2nd, just a few seconds adrift now of the Frenchman, going for his 5th World Supermoto title. There is Schmidt in 2nd position. A little bit further behind, and all of a sudden, llbacher coming under pressure from Kejmar. Kejmar pushing from 4th, wants to find his way past llbacher to get himself into 3rd place if he can. And this battle's still raging on, isn't it? Bernhard Hitzenberger on the 74 and Andreas Buschberger. There's Gimenez on a very quiet ride in 5th place. Haven't seen too much of him today. Oh, Reiner Schmidt and llbacher all over each other. Still battling for that 2nd place overall in the GP. Remember, if llbacher finds his way past here, he doesn't only take 2 points away from Marc-Reiner Schmidt and effectively hand them to this guy here, Thomas Chareyre, who will also take 2nd overall in the Grand Prix. In the event of a tie, he would have a better result in this race too. Thomas Chareyre not worried about that though. All he can do is exactly what he's doing. He's been immaculate here all day. Despite being ill on Saturday, missing those first 2 free practice sessions, he went out in the time training session, topped that, topped the Super Chrono, and Thomas Chareyre out of the final turn, takes the checkered flag, wins race 2. It's another perfect day in Austria for Thomas Chareyre. Race 2 results then here for the S1 class. And Thomas Chareyre picks up another 25 points. Marc-Reiner Schmidt 2nd, Lukas llbacher 3rd, Kejmar 4th, Gimenez 5th, Buschberger coming home 6th in the end. Nice stand-up wheelie for Thomas Chareyre. He takes the overall as well. Marc-Reiner Schmidt has to be content with 2nd, llbacher 3rd, Kejmar 4th, and Gimenez 5th. Podium though here at Melk belongs to Thomas Chareyre and TM Factory Racing. 3rd place trophy. Well, he's a happy young fella. Lukas llbacher taking 3rd overall here in front of the fans this weekend. Marc-Reiner Schmidt, well, is just wondering what to do about the problem that is Thomas Chareyre. Doesn't look too happy, does he? But he does. He's gained another 6 points on his closest rival. He will now lead by 20 points going into the final round in Castelletto. And there's the red plate. Thomas Chareyre still the championship leader.
Are you ready to rubber? difficult weekend because yesterday I was so bad I don't ride on the first 2 practice. But I took the pole position and today I was a little bit better. I make 2 perfect races. I won the GP, it's perfect for the championship, so I can go to Castelletto next week more relaxed. Thanks everybody, bye.
Definitely got his eye on the prize now, Thomas Chareyre. Championship standings look like this. 20 points now between Chareyre and Marc-Reiner Schmidt. Lukas llbacher 3rd, Kejmar 4th, Gimenez. He's got a little bit of daylight as well in 5th place. What about the manufacturer standings? Well, TM walking away with it. They can't lose now. Husqvarna 2nd, KTM, Suzuki, Yamaha, Aprilia running out the top 6. Well, join us for more action next time. The final round goes to Lombardia at Castelletto di Branduzzo. Thanks for watching. My name's Paul Malin. We'll see you then. Bye for now.